Just a month ago, Chinese President Xi Jinping met with the leader of Taiwan's main opposition party, the KMT, in a meeting that made headlines.
CNA looks at whether that summit changed anything for Cheng Li-wun and a party, and also whether it eased simmering tensions across the Taiwan Strait.
An unusual visit took place back in early April. The leader of Taiwan's main opposition party led a 6-day trip to China. Cheng Li-wun, the chairwoman of the Kuomintang, or the KMT, had with her a 13-member delegation. They included the Secretary General and party vice chairman. The group paid their respect at the mausoleum of Sun Yat-sen, whom both China and Taiwan regard as the father of modern China. They also visited companies, including Chinese MNC Xiaomi. But the stop that everyone was watching was Ms. Cheng's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. And that was what made the visit unusual. Beijing has made it a point not to engage with Taiwan's governing DPP, which has been in power for the past 10 years. It sees the DPP as promoting Taiwan's independence from China. Ms. Cheng's party, the KMT, is relatively friendlier towards Beijing. But it's also been 10 years since the last time the Chinese president and a KMT chair met. So this meeting marked a revival of party-to-party dialogue between the KMT and the Chinese Communist Party. Ms. Cheng had made this a key goal since taking office last November and explained why she considered it significant to reporters after the meeting.
今天的会面，立文觉得具有非常重大的关键意义。我们两岸人民可以相信，只要我们出发点是好的、是对的，两岸的和平发展绝对是充满了乐观、正向发展的可能性。所以今天成功的迈出了这一步。
在他回国之前，抛出会台的10大政。
Ms. Cheng hailed her trip as a breakthrough for cross-strait peace. After the visit, she was greeted at the airport by 19 lawmakers from her party, who voiced full support for her visit. They said the KMT would continue to position itself as a bridge for cross-strait peace and stability. The ruling DPP saw it differently.
国民党的郑丽文主席这一次出访中国，那他定调这场旅程叫做和平之旅。但是我想非常讽刺的是，其实我们国防部也公布，就在这2天，其实在昨天呢，中共方面仍然持续的派遣共机、共舰，以及中共的公务船来侵扰台湾周边的海域。
China did also mention 10 measures for the island, including plans to resume individual travel from Shanghai and Fujian province to Taiwan, along with expanded opportunities for Taiwanese businesses in China. But critics say many of those promises are far from practical, especially under the DPP government's rejection of the One China principle.
内容来讲的话，大概10项惠台措施里，这个10项措施里面，大概有7、8项都是中国的这个单边作为，也就是你要过去到中国大陆，可能享受到农渔产品的优惠，可能享受到影视的这些待遇等等之类的。所以这个超支在即的状况，其实一切都取决于北京的政策。这部分，所以对台湾的民众来讲，这个吸引力跟感受度都感觉上就不如过往。
Public sentiment is divided. A poll showed almost 80% surveyed were aware the meeting took place. 46% said the meeting was successful. 31% said no. 43% said the trip is helpful to cross-strait peace, outnumbering those who see it as not helpful by 4 percentage points. But overall, it was still a minority that replied yes. Similar results in a separate poll. More respondents said the meeting was not helpful in preventing war and maintaining Taiwan's status and overall interests. However, when both surveys ask if renewed dialogue with China is necessary, most said yes, saying it could do more good than harm. That suggests while opinions remain split on Zhen's visit, support for easing cross-strait tensions through talks still exists.
我相信，对于两岸政府重启沟通对话，不管是台湾的民众，或者是台湾的政府，都是有期待的。只是说，这个沟通电话是不是要有前提的沟通对话？所以，如果北京真的理解台湾民意，就会知道说，其实对话是可以不用预设任何前提，而在不预设任何前提的情况之下，其实两边的这种和平跟沟通才能够真正有效的达到。
The summit has reopened dialogue between the leadership of the two parties, but the KMT isn't the party in government, so that may limit the summit's impact on reducing the prospects of war on the island, that some have called the most dangerous place on earth. However, the trip may give Zhen herself a political boost. In a survey conducted over the past 10 years, the Taiwanese public's impression of the Chinese Communist Party has been more negative than positive. Polls this year also show respondents who distrust Zhen exceed those who trust her. But what's noteworthy is that compared with before the trip, her trust rating has gone up by more than 7 percentage points after the trip, the highest it's been since January. Deeper analysis indicating that she's regaining popularity within the KMT base. A major test at home for Ms. Zhen's leadership is coming up in just over 6 months. That's when Taiwan will hold elections for mayor and other local government positions. She might see the fruits of this peace mission then, if the KMT turns in a strong showing, and then further afield, pave her path to the presidential run in 2028.